We always do a pre-show strangle bait here. Always have to. Yeah, have to.
Studios in Austin, Texas. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News with Ross Patterson, Dan Holloway, Papa G with the traffic,
How you feel?
Not good.
Yeah?
field reporter Hot Bob, and Delco Dan with sports. Welcome to Fake News.
Yes! Welcome to Drinkin' Bros Fake News, bringing you the realest, fakest news of the week. D'Anthony, today feels more like a celebration, though. Our man is out.
Oh, you're talking about Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
We've got T-shirts made. We've always hated this man. We've predicted his demise for years on this show, and it finally happened today.
I don't know if I hate him.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
He's just some fat 36-year-old that looks like he's 65 years old. He's 36, by the way.
That's not real. Can we fact check that? Brian Stelter is 36 years old. I feel like we've done this before.
Yeah, we have. It's like CTE. You have to cut him in half and count the rings.
Yeah,
for sure.
I just can't really wrap my mind around it that he's 36.
36. We graduated high school the same year.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
And Bob, just can we keep the camera on Bob for a moment?
Yeah.
And then now, Bob, can you pop up the picture
Brian
of him so Delco can switch
Stelter.
between the two?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah. See,
That's your typical 36-year-old man in Iraq.
That's a good photo of him, too.
That is.
Yeah,
He's actually probably like 34, 33 in that photo.
You think so?
well, yeah, they didn't take it today.
It'd be great if they made him do one more show, took the photo, and then they're like, "You're out of here. You're gone." We actually predicted this 2 years ago.
Yeah, Don Lemon's next, by the way.
Yes. Yeah. He'll be gone
next.
soon.
He'll be next, and that other fuckface, God, what's his name? The one that Trump used to yell at all the time. I don't even know if he's a host of a show, but he writes a lot, and
Tubin is out. So this
Chris
week,
Kazilla or whatever the
No,
fuck.
Cizilla's not going anywhere. No.
Saliza,
Yeah, whatever
his name is.
He's not going anywhere.
But in the last week, Tubin is out. Jeffrey Tubin finally got fired. You'll remember him from the guy who jacked off on Zoom.
I still don't
with
understand.
his coworkers.
I still don't understand why he got suspended for that. It was an accident. We've all made masturbatory accidents, right?
No.
Yeah,
not once in my life. I'm like, oh, shit, am I on a Zoom with 12 of my coworkers?
You've never been caught.
Time to jerk.
You've never been caught leering across the room at a woman in a low-cut dress and just pounding off in your cubicle?
No.
Oh.
No.
Shit. Well,
No,
never
I haven't.
mind
I haven't. So he's out of there. Tubin is out. Today, Brian Stelter is out. And then, the rest of the roster is Anderson Cooper, which if CNN does go more towards the middle, he'll probably end up staying.
Jim Acosta is who I was thinking of.
Jim Acosta.
He's got to go too, but I think everybody else stays.
I think I heard Acosta might go to primetime. He might be their 8 o'clock guy.
I don't think so. Not if what they're doing is what they're obviously doing, which is getting rid of all these crazy leftist people, because he's like one of the worst ones.
Right. But I think he stays for some reason, and I think they tell him to tone it down. That's my guess.
I don't know if he can be forgiven. He had too many one-on-one negative interactions with Trump, and if Trump runs for re-election, like it's going to be, they're going to be right back in the middle of that stupid bullshit, which is, it appears at least that they're trying to get away from that.
It appears so. And then the Daily Mail is calling it CNN's woke purge, which is fun. It says media hall monitor. Brian Stelter. That's a great nickname. Whoever's writing for Daily Mail is actually my favorite publication. They just get it right every time.
Daily Mail is like it's a more clever version of the New York Post. That's what it is.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Now, Daily Mail is predicting that Don Lemon's out next.
Yeah, he's out next.
Yeah. He's got a huge salary, and I looked at his ratings. I think he was coming in around 800,000, somewhere in there. So he's under $1 million.
I don't know what Don Lemon's going to do. I suspect he'll probably go to MSNBC, but Stelter, I think, is probably going to try to start his own media thing.
Maybe.
I think
mean,
he's going to try to do like a leftist version of Sagar.
the funny thing is when we were talking about Cuomo, who also got fired from CNN in the last year.
Anybody remember why?
I can't think of. Yeah. Oh, that's right. He tried to help his brother cover up 15,000 deaths, so he could get $5 million in a book advance.
Well, and
that's
some
why.
sexual harassment.
Yeah, there was that as well. You got to toss a little bit of that in, though. You know, you're around long enough, and hey, you're gonna say, hey, why don't you come to the back room? Just come to the back room. So yeah, they're speculating that Don Lemon is out next here, but with Cuomo, he started a podcast. It did okay week one, and then it completely fell apart. He's not a podcast guy.
Well, he's not interesting unless somebody else is writing shit down for him to say.
Right. And that's the problem with a lot of these people.
Yeah.
So like with Stelter, I don't know where he goes now. What do you do with this fucking guy?
I think Stelter is going to start his own media organization. That's what I think. He's too fucking toxic to hire by any of the major
I
companies.
agree. Yeah.
Like it's not like he's going to go from CNN to NBC, right? Like he could go to MSNBC, maybe, I don't know. Like they're trying desperately. The woman that took over for Rachel Maddow fucking tanked.
That's what I heard.
Like one of the worst performances ever.
I heard they fucked her on her monitor too. With her teleprompter was behind by like a second and a half. So the whole show, she was just like, and then at the end of it, she was like, "Technical difficulties here," or demons. I think she called them, which is fun. It was a fun, flirty little thing for her. But yeah, I don't. We talked about this 2 years ago when Biden got elected, and it was the same thing where you and I both said the exact same thing. Where we said, "Hey, if Biden gets elected, there's no sound bites, there's no press conferences, you can't talk negative about him, and then you're going to try to find a way to praise him." It severely limits your stories and your news because you can either cover Russia and Ukraine, which is dead now. Nobody cares about that at all. I mean, that is completely wiped from every media outlet that I follow altogether.
Because it's very inconvenient to talk about, right? When you allot 70 or some $1 billion to go to a foreign country in the middle of a fucking recession and only about 30% of it leaves the United States. That's tough to explain if you're a fucking jock or basically a fucking information lobbyist for the administration.
Right. So what are you left with? You're kind of left with the Trump FBI story, and that's it.
To be honest, that's the only reason that any of this stuff is even happening is so CNN and MSNBC have something to talk about instead of all the shit that Biden fails at.
Right. And so it's super interesting because as predicted, all of these guys are out. CNN is going to try to turn around their network and go more towards the middle. Before the show started, you and I were having a conversation about this of why you can't do that in today's day and age. It's not good for ratings.
You can't go to the middle as like in a calm way. They need to make their entire network crossfire. Otherwise, they're going to fail. Like they need to have alternate personalities on there yelling at each other and then lighting up every politician that exists. That's the only way to do it.
Right. Tubin is now saying that he made the decision to quit himself, which is definitely not true.
No, he had to go home because he has,
he's got a Zoom meeting at 4 o'clock.
He's got a fucking hang brain for somebody on the internet.
He's got to get tubing.
Tubin should have started OnlyFans.
No.
There's somebody out there that'll pay for it.
I'd pay $8 to see his hog.
No.
Just once.
You can see it for free, right?
Well, I don't think they recorded it, Bob. Yeah, there's no footage of that dong.
That's why you gotta listen. Beep, recording in progress. Like,
I gotta see that hog though on Tubin, because if he's got a sweet hog, then I think you're fine with it, right?
I think if it had been like a big 9-incher, he probably would not have been suspended.
Right.
Because people would have been like,
oh shit, damn.
Like that sucked, but like less than it would have if it had been a micropene.
Right. Because if he's walking around with a Tommy Lee hog, he's still there.
Like Tommy Lee still hasn't really been punished for putting his hog on the internet.
Sure didn't. Yeah, and that lasted for almost 36 hours.
No, it was 5 hours.
No, I
on Instagram it was 5 hours.
Oh, on Instagram. Yeah. So it went immediately to Facebook, by the way, and Facebook is where they just did not take it down.
Yeah, it's weird. Well, he must be whitelisted.
He is.
Otherwise,
that's what they said.
Like you can definitely pick up the shape of a wiener, although not an asshole, and top of ball sack. If yesterday's episode is any evidence.
Well,
I mean, it was quick, but
we might have gotten away with it. Did we edit that out, or is that still there?
it's hard to say.
Hard to say.
Yeah. Who knows?
Delco, the producer. No idea. Don't know what I did yesterday. Have no idea. But I mean, pop it up. I don't know what the time code is, but you can see Giorgio's asshole. So if you were ever curious about that,
Yeah, it's a scavenger hunt.
It sure is.
And the only reward is getting to see Giorgio's asshole, which isn't really a reward at all.
Well, maybe. So yeah, what do they do with primetime then? Because this would nuke out, I mean, pretty much everything if Don Lemon goes. Who would be left, I guess, from the old regime at that point? Saliza, Acosta.
Saliza's not like a
that's it.
primetime host. Saliza's a contributor. Is Wolf Blitzer retired now?
No, he's still there.
Yeah, he's still
so-
there.
Well,
he was
has
on the other night.
He has like the afternoon slot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to bring him back at night.
Yeah.
I mean, he's old as shit.
He's only on at night for like.
So
elections
Cuomo
and
was in the
shit.
9 p.m. slot, so he's out.
Chris Wallace is still there, so they'll probably bump.
So
I think
they're-
he's in the 5 p.m. slot. They'll probably bump him up to 7.
They're going to give him, I heard a Sunday night show there, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with him. He got boned in that CNN Plus thing. The whole network is just going down the toilets.
Anderson Cooper and Jake Tapper will be 2 of the 3 primetime slots.
Jake Tapper. That makes
I
sense.
don't know who the other one is. Maybe Aaron Burnett,
Maybe.
but
Maybe.
probably not.
No. Either way, it's fun and exciting. I'm looking at Tubin's wife. See Tubin's wife? She's got bombs, Rob. You should put that up. Maybe.
What's her name?
Her name?
Debbie Tubin.
Amy Bennett McIntosh.
That's it. Yeah.
She didn't even take his last name. See, now I've got conflicting reports.
I've got Amy McIntosh on mine too in this picture with Tubin.
Well, pull up a picture of her. because-
Maybe she didn't take his
Is she
last
hot?
name.
Oh, she's not hot.
No,
She's
she
got
just
bombs.
looks like an old
I
lady.
don't care about
got
this.
bombs.
You talk, she's just old.
Bob, you've got to find the positives in life, all right? Stop being so glass
He
half
definitely
empty.
now just based on the way that this woman looks. How old is she? And how old is he? I guess how old is he? I don't know how old Jeffrey Tubin is.
Let's see. She is.
I'm trying to determine based on what is clearly a lack of both stature and personality, how he may have gotten a much better looking woman younger, and that would support the big hog theory. But if she's not if she's in her 50s, that's
She's
not great.
51.
Yeah, it's not great.
51. She looks older
Yeah,
than
so he's got a micropene for sure.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever comment on it? Did we get can we call CNN and be like, hey, I just wanted to hear about Jeffrey Tubin's hog.
It'd be great. So it actually wasn't on a CNN call, though. It was on a call with a New Yorker, I believe.
Oh, that's right, the New Yorker. Yeah, so, the New Yorker doesn't.
But the New Yorker, you should have used the cartoonist to draw it. Sketch it. Sketch that hog out.
Yep,
That'd be a
sketch.
fun thing. I'd like to see it. If it's the full page, it's the full page. Make that the whole cartoon for the day.
Or you have to flip through several. I mean, if it's a big one,
Yeah.
right?
Well, where's your money lie?
I think it's a tiny one.
That's what I'm going
Nobody
with,
would
too.
have the kind
I agree.
of pussy-ass attitude he has or be married to that ugly lady,
Yeah.
right, if they had a big hog.
Yeah.
I don't think so anyways. Who knows?
Yeah, Jeff Zucker is out. They're all gone. That's it. So they're saying for the 9 o'clock slot, they're considering Jim Acosta, Laura Coates, Michael Schmerkonish.
Michael Schmerkonish. He
That's a
used to
terrible
be
last name.
on MSNBC for a long time. Radio host. Now he's on CNN.
And then Sarah Snyder is the other one. Or
the-
Sidner? Yeah.
Sidner.
Sidner.
Yeah.
Never heard of her. Sidner. Never heard of her. Fucked her. Never heard of her. I don't know who any of these people are. And if you start over and you go towards the middle like that, I think it's a death trap for ratings.
Well, like I said, the only way that it seems like they're pivoting towards the middle, the only way it works is if they go towards the middle and fire in all directions. Mm-hmm. Although, if you go towards the middle and just try to diffuse things, people aren't into that shit.
No.
I can develop an audience for that, but these losers, there's no fucking.
That's
way.
what I'm saying. I think it works in the podcasting space, but on television,
You have to
unless you're
have
doing
long form conversation.
right.
Yeah. You can't have nuance in a fucking 8-minute segment. It just doesn't exist.
And I'm trying to think of the last time we have seen. Is Crossfire the last show that we've ever seen that had that?
I don't know what ended first, that or Hannity and Combs, whichever one was the last.
Okay.
Whichever one lasted longer.
And I feel like Bill Maher's show early on, 90s, 2000s.
Well,
still
more
has-
so now.
yeah.
I would say he's getting back. For a while, he was just a fucking absolute leftist lunatic, and now he's kind of come back to.
Towards the middle a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
And I don't believe in any way that it's like some kind of nobility or ethical thing. I think he just reads the ratings. Like
You think so?
Yeah. That dude's completely full of shit.
We almost had him on the show.
Yeah, and I would have told him that.
I think the Tiana Trump clip, though, might have got him.
I don't know why. I mean, she said he was, generous and had a good hog on him. So why is that bad news? Everybody knows he fucks black girls. That's not a fucking secret.
Can we get somebody who fucked Jeffrey Toobin to confirm this dong? Now I'm gonna think about it. Like I have these lost hogs in my mind that I just think about, and I'm like, man, I wonder what that is. Like I'll never get to see Toobin's hog.
Joel, can you Photoshop wild hogs and it's just dicks riding motorcycles?
With Jeffrey Toobin's face on all of them, please. That'd be great.
It's Jeffrey Toobin and Brett Favre. Who else is on there?
Who are the worst dick pics of all time?
What's his name from Limp Bizkit?
Yeah. Oh, Fred Durst. Yeah.
That was a bad one.
Maybe Louis C.K. Throw a Louis C.K.
Well, I don't know
hog in
that
there.
anybody actually ever saw his dick.
No, he masturbated in front of him.
No, I mean
Jacked off
the
of
general public.
Oh,
I mean.
yeah, Gen Pop. I don't think Gen Pop's ever seen his hog, but I want to see it. It's always fun to see a ginger bush on a dude.
Here's what you do with the Toobin one. You send them, you email his agent and send him the picture and be like, hey, can you confirm this? To see what happens. I mean, it's just a cartoon. They can't do anything about it.
But they're going to say, can you confirm or deny this? And there's going to be a no comment there, so that leaves the door wide open to do whatever you want.
Well, no, as long as you send some kind of communication to them, you can say that Jeffrey Toobin's representation has not yet responded to our inquiry at the bottom. That makes it seem more legit.
I noticed a Dr. Squatch ad in the top right of our YouTube channel. They came back, by the way. They came back. I think we guilted them into it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so they're coming back on.
I like their products.
So do I. I fucking love Dr. Squatch. And I was pissed. I was pissed I couldn't get a promo code on my goddamn soap anymore. But they're coming on next month, so we'll leave it be. I see a couple people in the chat there. Kevin Lumpford & Sons is back. So CNN is trying to pretend they aren't far left by firing all the gays and people with sexual misconduct accusations. I don't think they care about being gay. Now, sexual misconduct, yes. Gays, no. Nobody. Everybody's over that these days.
They don't care about sexual misconduct either.
You don't think so?
No.
It's just the contract on that
They
last
care
one?
about getting caught doing stuff.
Sure.
But, if you were to run background checks on every executive in the TV industry, they would all be gone. And all the executives would be like 25 years old or younger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's 100%
it's like
true.
one of the slimiest fucking organizations on earth.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood? Fuck yeah, it is. And that's why we used to love it. But now it's gone. Everybody's too woke. Speaking of which, next up, rich celebrities took massive PPP loans, and they don't have to pay them back.
Yeah. Rob, you want to pull this article up?
This is a wild one, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's difficult to tell who's a piece of shit and who's not, but this makes it pretty fucking easy, I think.
Yeah.
The companies of mega-rich celebrities, including billionaires Kanye West and Jay-Z, receive millions in government PPP loans. And in virtually every case, the A-listers have been let off the hook for paying back the full amount.
Now, you can't get your student loans forgiven,
Sure can't.
but these rich assholes can get their shit for free.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Scroll down and there's a full chart of everybody.
Pop up the chart, Bobathy. Oh, that's fun. It's kind of color-coded.
I feel like I'm on the fucking.
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get dinged for me
nice.
singing the fucking thing. God damn it.
Nah, it wasn't that on the mark. Who do we got? Jared Kushner up first. What was the company there? Does it tell you the company,
It doesn't
Bob?
say the company, but wouldn't this have happened while he was in the White House?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, sure would have.
Sick.
So
what's
Kushner,
the company, though?
Kushner got $3 million. His net worth is $800 million. His PVP loans he will never have to pay back. We're unsure about Kanye and Jay-Z, but they're both worth, over $1 billion, and they took millions of dollars in loans as well.
Yep.
Puff Daddy, worth almost $1 billion, took $2 million.
Yep.
Forgiven.
Yep.
Paul Pelosi, that's a interesting name. He's on trial right now.
Who's he married to?
Yeah. $120 million net worth, which is extremely low. That's not true.
Really, he's married to the road.
Yeah. 1.7 mil forgiven. Khloe Kardashian, 1.2 million forgiven.
Yeah.
Jeff Koons, 1 million forgiven. Reese Witherspoon, 400 million forgiven.
Whoa, 400 million for Reese Witherspoon?
That's how much she's worth.
Oh, yeah, yes.
She
yes,
took
yes.
$1 million.
Correct. $1 million?
Yeah, basically, so they gave companies money to pay for payroll and shit like that. Instead of her using, the $400 million. And this is, and then Tom Brady, who's got it says his net worth is $150 million, but that's fucking stupid. It's way higher than that. It's probably like $600 million at least.
Yeah.
There's no about it. $960,000 he took, forgiven. Jay-Z's associated with 2 firms approved for the loan. So Malibu Entertainment was one, and then Tidal as well.
Tidal, huh?
Yeah. So they basically, companies that were already failing use PPP loans to extend the life of their business a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Tidal would not have gone out of business when everything shut down. That's not what Tidal is. Tidal would have actually done better when everybody's stuck at home.
Sure.
Right.
And the interesting thing about Tidal, Bob, they sold. What was the sale date on Tidal? Because that'll help with this too. Because then if you knew there's a sale going on, you're just like, all right, great.
May
if we can
3rd of 2021.
Sale to Jack Dorsey.
Yes. Yep, sure did. You believe that?
So about a year after they got the PPP loan, basically.
Yeah, so what he was doing was just kind of stretching it out. Hey, let's take some cash. Get to the Dorsey deal and we're good.
This is emblematic of a number of things. One, these people are pieces of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see the entire country suffering and your first impulse is to, well, I'm going to get mine, you're a piece of shit. Hard stop. PPP reached out to us just like they did everybody else, and we told them to go fuck themselves.
Yep.
Right? And this is the other problem. What I was kind of alluding to earlier, like you've got your struggles, you've got your inflation and recession and fucking the housing market going crazy and fuel prices going crazy, and they don't give a baker's fuck about you.
No.
But these rich assholes that throw parties for them to raise money and shit,
Yeah, you're always forgiven.
all's forgiven.
Yeah. And ours, shit. What was what number to the office? Was it
2 million, I think?
Yeah,
or something
it
like
was
that.
some crazy.
Or no, you're talking about PPP. Yeah.
Yes.
It was like 200,000.
That's right. And I was like, what the fuck? We're all working. We were all working during it.
Well,
So
not
I was
only
just
were
like,
we all working, but I'm not taking money from the government.
Fuck no. That's crazy, man. But good for them. And then Kanye's got the new trash bag clothing out today. So look, if he doesn't take that money, Dan, we don't have trash bags at the Gap right now.
And I understand it for Reese Witherspoon as well, because she needs money to get her massive forehead paved on a regular basis. I mean, it's just a landing strip up there.
She has $1 billion. So her deal with Apple was $1 billion with a B. So she definitely didn't need, what was it, $1 million she took, or 1.2? That's fucking insane, man.
Yeah. Well.
Now Stelter, yeah, that motherfucker needed it. Dude.
No, he doesn't. He's from a rich family, just like.
Is he
everybody-
really?
Oh yeah, just like everybody else.
Humpty
that does.
Dumpty?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. You think anybody would have let him into the room in the first place, looking like that,
That's
if he wasn't
true.
wealthy?
You always wonder with people like that. When you have a B ring, a bozo ring that early in life, you're like, man, who let you into the room? So you're saying it was mom and pop on that one, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Next up, who are the Souds? I don't know the answer to that question, Dan. Dan has been talking a lot about him lately, but more and more people in the U.S., including golfers, former President Donald Trump, are making big business deals with Saudi Arabia. Aside from being responsible for 9/11, you might remember that women driving was a crime until late 2019, and they routinely throw gay people from rooftops. By the way, congrats to women. This is
It was Uber that did that, by the way.
Yeah.
Uber, to allow them to operate in Saudi Arabia, required that women be allowed to drive, but not for ethical reasons. They just needed more drivers.
They needed drivers. Yeah. Over 80% of their primary schools are madrasas, which teach death to America.
That's Wahhabist
over
Islam
there.
bullshit.
Yep.
Nonsense. It's like the worst version of it as well.
Uh-huh.
Like over 80% of their primary education facilities teach this stupid shit.
And then this week, Saudi Arabia quietly sentenced a woman to 34 years in prison over her Twitter activity, marking the longest Saudi sentence ever for a peaceful activist and launching Launching a fresh 34 fucking years. Is that real?
For a tweet.
Are you serious?
And she's not even a citizen of the country. She was there visiting.
No fucking way, dude.
Yeah. Her name is Salma al-Shahab. She was detained in January of 2021 in Saudi Arabia, where she was on vacation. Days before she is a Saudi citizen, but she doesn't live there.
Wow, dude.
A couple of days before she's a mother of 2, were set to return to her home in Britain. The charges against her were brought and revolved around her Twitter activity in late 2021. This is the weirdest part about this. So she was talking shit about the Saudi government on Twitter.
Okay.
But she lives in Britain. She was in Saudi Arabia on vacation, which may have been a mistake. But they arrest her for tweets for like subverting the government or whatever the fuck, but not like covertly, not espionage, just talking shit.
Sure.
And in late 2021, the initial ruling gave her 6 years in prison, and then she appealed it, and they came back with 34.
You don't say.
So it's like, maybe just take the 6.
Yeah. Do you have a pic of her, Bob? Who do we got? Is this her and her kids?
Oh, see, she's looking left. She should have been looking right.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. 34 fucking years. Well, the problem with this is, you know who owns 8% of Twitter? It's the Saudis.
Yeah.
So
They also own...
they own everything.
Well, they own a lot of stuff, but they also happen to own Donald Trump, it seems like, right? Like he's doing...
They own everything.
I don't understand how you can fucking call yourself the America First president and do business with these fucking people. But it's not just him. It's like our own government, to a very large degree, does quite a bit of business with Saudi Arabia, and not just through
Wasn't
OPEC.
Biden was just there too,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
he was begging for oil, but yeah, it's not just OPEC that we're dealing with over there. There's a lot of fucking companies, and then all these golfers. It's fucking pathetic, to be honest.
Delco gets pissed at me because I said all these guys are going to hop as soon as the PGA
They're
is
not.
over. Yeah, they are.
No, they aren't.
You've been wrong on this the entire year.
I haven't.
Yeah, you sure have. Go back and check the tape.
Yeah,
dude.
check the tape.
You love the PGA and you refuse to believe that all these motherfuckers are going to get bought out, and they are.
Who?
Oh,
Cam
Well-
Smith. Cool.
Cam Smith
Later.
gone.
Adios.
I'm still going to Hideki. He's
Nope,
out of there.
he's not.
Cam Young is going to be out of there.
Nope. Cam
Joaquin
Young's not
Neiman's
gone.
going to be.
Nope.
Wait till the offseason. You got a week and a half left.
Okay.
And then they're all gone. And then I want a public apology. And then I want you to read what's their religion over there? Is it Muslim?
This guy fucking serious? Yeah.
I want you to read it.
Islam.
I
You
don't,
want him to read the Quran?
Yeah, I want him to read the Quran aloud.
I don't
wouldn't.
want that smoke.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
So I think they're all gone. I think money's going to talk in this one for those guys, and then they're out of there. They called in Tiger Woods this week to give a speech, a nice little pep talk. Somebody else was there
They didn't
too.
call him in. He did it himself. It was
Yeah,
it was a players only meeting.
Sure, it was.
It was. Yeah.
Somebody else came in too, right?
It was him and Ricky Fowler,
Come on.
who a lot of people connected to Live, and I guess Ricky's not going anymore.
I don't even know who Ricky Fowler is.
Pretty Ricky? Puma guy?
What?
Bright colors. We always wear the bright orange on the
No,
golf
I
course.
don't know who that is.
The craziest part was they let Tiger drive.
No,
got off
he
the
drove
plane.
again?
He got off the plane and he drove Ricky. He got into
No
like a
fucking
Nissan or whatever.
way. My God, man. Like Pretty Ricky, do you want your face messed up? Like, I don't get it.
He's
I don't
brave.
get it. Yeah, he's brave. That's very brave. But yeah, I think this is going to continue to happen. They have endless fucking money. These guys. They have endless fucking money. They're going to buy up all the shit. The biggest shock for me was even when this Twitter deal went down and they were exposed of owning 8% of it, nobody's outraged about that.
I am.
You are. And then this girl clearly who got 34 years in prison, but nobody else really cares.
Another toothpick, man. It's
Yeah.
like Khashoggi. Everybody, like Biden goes to meet with the Saudi royal family, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I brought it up." Cool, man.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, all right, cool. Fuck are you talking about?
Khashoggi specifically?
Yeah, they asked him if he brought up Khashoggi's murder, and he was like, at first he said he brought it up, and then he said, "I'm pretty sure I brought it up."
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, which is, you're hedging at that point.
Well, one would remember, right?
He would not, no. A member of his staff might, but not him. But this is what I'm always fucking telling you, cunts. If you align yourself with people, you're going to be forced to defend their shitty behavior. There's no reason to do that.
Yeah.
Principles matter. People do not matter.
Money is the only thing that matters to these fucking people.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think half that golf tour's gone this summer here. You got a week and a half left.
Zero prayer.
Bookmark. Hey, Bob, will you put that time code down? Just stamp it, please, for what that is for Delco.
It's going to be a lot disappointing.
2940.
A lot of
There you go.
names.
Thank
A
you.
lot of names that you're going to be very disappointed with.
Sure.
Like, I don't know, Piercy, the big Cam Piercy guy.
Okay. Look, we'll find out. Maybe I'm wrong. Not wrong about too much, but whatever, dude. You know, who cares? Not wrong about my purchase from GhostBed either, goddammit. Finest mattresses on the planet. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. 30% off everything in the entire store. The promo code Drinkin Bros at checkout. You can fill up the cart as high as it'll go. You can get the sheets, the pillows, the mattresses, the adjustable bases. They have not taken any money from the Saudis at all.
No.
So you have that. And then we got the cover over here, the nice Ghost Bed cover for the bed. In case you're doing some wild shit in there, you got to protect that mattress. Also, right now, they've got 2 free pillows when you buy a mattress. The pillows are just as good as the goddamn mattress. So get that deal while you can. And then it's 40% off the bundle package, which is the adjustable base and the mattress combined together. It's got USB ports on it, flashlights, book mode, and a very fun and flirty remote control that is sleek. It is great. They have the best products in the world. When you check out of there, at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see a 60-month pay-as-you-go program at no interest as long as you have decent credits. Check that box, and you can apply all the deals that I mentioned with that and walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for right around $25 a month. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Get yourself a new mattress set. Next up, we got the kiss of death. A woman who shared a kiss with a prisoner during a visitation in Tennessee has been charged with murder after the inmate died shortly after their exchange. Now, this is a fun one that I can get behind.
Yeah, I like when people die.
Same. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Rachel Dollard was taken into custody over the weekend by special agents from the Tennessee Department of Correction. Can you pull up a picture of her, Bob? I'd like to see what this lady looks like. It's always nice when you can have a face with death.
I believe she's going to look exactly how you expect her to look.
I hope not.
After you hear the rest of this story.
All right. During a visitation in February, authorities allege Dollard passed drugs to Brown as the two exchanged a kiss during visitation at the Turney Center Industrial Complex. Dollard was allegedly hiding half an ounce of meth in her mouth and was able to pass it to Brown orally.
Now, a couple of things. So there's the face. And that's
fuck. That's exactly what I pictured.
definitely,
Damn it.
she's definitely on meth.
That's a meth face.
2 things here. One, half an ounce of meth is 70 times of a lethal dose.
Sure.
Okay. And then this is the confusion on my part, just from a physics standpoint. Half an ounce of meth, even if you like really compress it, is about the size, at least the size of a golf ball, probably a little bit bigger than a golf ball, right? So, how the fuck did they exchange that mouth to mouth without anybody noticing? That's not a peck on the cheek. Like, you're open mouthing, swallowing this woman's head to get the thing out. There's no way.
Boy, I'm trying to piece
We should
this
do
one
it.
together here.
We've got some golf balls here. Delco, can you and Rob pass a golf ball mouth to mouth, please?
Probably not.
Just for
Probably. No, you could. Physically, you could.
Yeah, I'm asking you to attempt it for the audience.
No.
But in a way that looks like we didn't.
Yeah,
In
exactly.
a way that
Yeah,
looks
like
like you're just
inconspicuous.
very affectionate towards one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not do that, actually. I can't afford to get another boner today. Yeah, this is weird, man. I don't get it. Like, she's charged with second-degree murder for this, which is...
So is it not wrapped up? It didn't have like a...
She didn't wrap it correctly, I guess. Like, he swallowed it, and then, you know...
All right, so I'll go back to what I was saying at the top of the story. I actually like this because if I was in jail for an extended period of time, I would rather just die in a quick, simple way.
Well,
a meth overdose would be sweet.
Yeah, he was going to take it back to his cell, throw it up, and then sell it.
Right.
He wasn't trying to die.
Right.
There's plenty of ways to kill yourself without swallowing a fucking half ounce of meth.
Is there, though?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you need to go through the list? Of a few?
I'm just thinking about, like, if you Epstein yourself, That's a lot. You got to work yourself up to that, and especially on no drugs and alcohol. Like that's tough just to hang yourself.
Well, there's electricity.
Sober.
There's electricity in the cell, so that makes it pretty easy, right?
How so?
Like the problem with low voltage electricity is that it isn't strong enough to pop you off of it, but it's strong enough to hold you there, right?
Okay.
So you can defibrillate your heart and stop your heart. You just have to keep doing it, keep shocking yourself.
Okay.
Eventually, because your body is a fucking nervous system, which is basically an electrical system, it's going to fuck up your heart and you'll die. But it's not even that bad to get shocked. Yeah, it sucks, but it's not that bad.
It's not great. I'd rather go out by meth, I think. Of all
definitely
the options,
definitely not.
But your heart's just going to explode, right? And that's it.
No, it ramps up.
All right.
Like it's like.
But it's still drugs.
Yeah, I mean, if opiates, sure, yeah, but not meth. You don't want to die like that.
No, I think it's all right.
No, maybe if you shoved him up your ass.
What's in his mouth? It's a golf ball of meth in his mouth.
No, but he swallowed it, so it's in his stomach at that point, and there's like a lot going on down there. You got to go fucking up the ass if you're really trying to kill yourself with meth.
I think you would just OD and fall over on the floor, right?
You would start sweating a lot because your heart would become thermogenic, so your heart would start beating faster and faster and faster. I mean, it takes time for it to absorb. So,
all right,
yeah.
R.I.P. to that guy. Do we have a picture of him, Bob? What does this guy look like?
We should have had something ready for that. Just a fucking dude lying on the ground.
Be great.
Random. Actually, we should have had that hard as fuck picture we took. Well, Joel took of that homeless dude that was dead.
I know. It was fantastic. That was fantastic.
We gave his family nothing, so it's fine.
Oh, it's fine. Look, he got free booze.
Yeah.
He's good to go
Well,
on that one.
He's dead, but
Because I want to
we
see.
got him.
Oh, you got him. All right, thank God. Thank God. Let's see what we got here on this guy.
It's like Justin. It's like dollar store Justin Long kind of.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not. I mean, he's thin. Both of them are thin, obviously from the meth.
you know, this isn't the guy I expected to see. I expected
Me
to
neither.
see
Not
like
even close.
I
No.
expected to see an older and whiter man with
Same.
scabs and shit on his face.
Same.
Because he was in jail for a drug related crime, right?
Uh-huh.
Maybe he sticks to it. Maybe he's one of those don't get high on your own supply guys. You know what I
Maybe.
mean? But you would think a guy that smart and disciplined wouldn't have died this way as
Right.
well.
And he's also got a small mouth. I don't know how they got that golf ball in there. So does she, though.
That's a normal sized mouth.
They've got really small heads. Meth addicts always have really small heads.
Yeah, your head shrinks over time.
Does it really?
No.
I was
No,
going
it's
to
not
say,
that.
mine's growing, dude. My head is huge.
Well, that's cocaine.
Bob, pull up the ad for Manscaped for me. I don't have it on Airtable. It's a lovely company and they're next, but we don't have it on there. In the meantime, though, with the two of these methed out freaks, so what happens to her now? She gets murder trial and then probably life in prison?
It's second-degree murder. Chances are she'll fucking plea out to involuntary manslaughter and get like fucking 5 or 6 years. Or she'll probably serve like 3 out of 8 years. That'd be
All right.
if I had to guess. I don't know what state this is in. What state was that in?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. I don't know how they do drugs there.
They might clean her up, though. Get her off the meth.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or she's going to get worse meth. Because there's still drugs in jail. They're just not great.
Yeah, that's true. Although you can't really cook meth in there. You know what I mean? The drugs you get, they come through usually a single source, usually by guards, and then they get cut like crazy, right?
But what about a lighter and a spoon? That's pretty much all you need, right?
To do what?
Meth.
No.
Really?
No, you need like fucking anhydrous ammonia. You need a lot of stuff. Well, I mean, if you're making bathtub crank, yeah, you can get away with that. But honestly, why would you even want? I wouldn't take bathtub crank and the fucking in prison. There's no way.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck that.
Next up, ad-wise, we got Manscaped.com. Support for Drinkin' Bros is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in the below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. I love their copy. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 5 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code DrinkinBros at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that's about 10 million balls, I think. This is a blast here at Manscaped. Their boxers are the bomb, by the way. They got new boxers there. The Performance Package 4.0 has arrived. It's a game changer. So inside this package, you're going to get the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver, that's the ball deodorant, which is always fun, the Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. Let's go. The Lawnmower 4.0, by the way, we've had the Lawnmower for years and years. Their products are superior. It is literally the only thing you could possibly use to shave your pubic hairs and or armpit hairs or all of the above. It's great for everything you got. The Weed Whacker that I mentioned earlier is also waterproof, and you can take that right in the shower. They've got the skin-safe technology, which helps you reduce nicks, snags, and tugs on those delicate nose holes, as it gets tender in there. Get 20% off and free shipping when you use the promo code DrinkinBros at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code DrinkinBros. Unlock your confidence. And always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped at manscaped.com. It's a nice manly ad read, which I like. Damn it.
Yeah, we may have a Manscaped video going out sometime today.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
Big fan of those guys. Next up, we got a man without a parachute. 2 people, a pilot in charge and a second in charge, were initially on the July 29th flight, but one person was on the plane when it landed, and the FAA said, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Talked about this maybe 4 or 5 days ago on RPR. It was a really bizarre story. So a plane crashed, and the guy was still alive.
Well, it didn't crash. So
They were trying to figure it out. So it crashed, but then one of the guys.
So they were trying to the second pilot, right? He's I don't know if he was a rookie or what the fuck.
He was a young kid, yeah.
Yeah, but they're in a twin-engine CASA CN212, and they were doing runs for skydiving. They had already been out twice. They were on their way back in for their third run, and when the younger dude flew in for the descent into Rayford, which is right next to Fort Bragg, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The plane descended below the tree line and dropped. I think this is from the pilot that survived. He said it just dropped all of a sudden. Hard to say if it was pilot error, if there's a thermal pocket or something that he fucking dipped in or whatever it is. But either way, he starts getting the plane climbing again, main landing gear, impacts on the runway surface. Like he fucked up the landing, basically.
Yeah.
Pulls out of it. Number one guy says to number two guy, hey, get on comms, tell these people need to make an emergency landing somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Homeboy starts trying to communicate with them, and number one is trying to navigate shit, and all of a sudden they hit some turbulence, and the number two pilot, the one that fucked up, just says, he gets up out of his seat and walks to the back, and he just says, I'm sorry. Then he says, I need some air, so I'm going to put the fucking what do you call it?
The flap down?
The jump ramp. He
Okay.
put the jump ramp down to get some air, and then he just fucking walked off that motherfucker.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
So I've been trying to figure out this story for over a week now. It's super bizarre, and his own parents didn't really understand what happened to him.
I don't understand what the fuck happened to him.
If you think you're going to die in a crash,
He didn't well, maybe he did. Who knows, right?
he was a young guy. I think he was 23.
He may have been. He may have been under the impression that they were gonna crash or something.
But he
like
was
that.
3,500 feet in the air when this happened, by the way.
Yeah, he got sure, but the plane was stable enough post turbulence for him to get up and walk to the back and lower the ramp. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like he was still. I don't know. He just had some kind of mental break and walked off that fucking plane.
That happens. That happened to
Yeah.
Bebo Russell. You know?
He got a phone call like those prison guards at the Epstein thing and said, "Hey, either you can,
Yeah.
or yeah."
you're gone. So that was what happened. They finally solved this.
Yeah.
No shit.
Well, that's
a
what the
bizarre
FAA
story.
report said. Yeah, and
Okay.
they found the dude's body in like some
In the trees.
in somebody's backyard.
Yeah.
in Fouquet Marina, which is next to Fort Bragg as well.
Damn, dude. How'd you like to just, hop out in the afternoon? Let's say you've been drinking all night. You go out in the afternoon, want to grill a couple burgers, shake the hangover, and then there's a dead guy in your tree, a dead white guy.
Yeah, I mean the problem for me is it's like anytime anything emergency happens and I need to call the authorities, it's like now I've got to go clean up all the other illegal shit that I've been doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is super inconvenient for me. So if you're going to fall to your death, do it in somebody else's fucking yard.
I will say a dead white guy is actually the most convenient dead person to have in a tree in your backyard.
I don't know, because they're going to spend extra time, right? Trying to figure out why a dead white guy.
But nobody's going to accuse you of it.
Wait, who said he was white?
I saw a picture of him.
His name is Charles Hugh Crooks.
Yep.
Let me look him up.
Yeah.
That sounds...
Normal looking white guy.
Yeah.
Looks like he was in a fraternity with Bob.
Yeah.
That's why the whole thing is super bizarre.
He was
Because his parents
23.
were like, he would never do this. So they were adamant that he would never just walk off the plane. So that's what happened.
Well, that's what every fucking school shooter's parents say too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows if that's accurate or not? But you don't expect your kid to kill themselves. I don't think he doesn't look that young though. He's got an old face to me. I mean, he's kind of a baby face, but he doesn't look 23 years old in all these pictures I saw. Pull his face up.
Isn't he from Mississippi?
What does that got to do with anything?
Well,
Dude, these southern
it's a
guys,
harder life there, dude. It's a
Yeah.
harder life. Mississippi.
It's got a Scotty Scheffler face.
Yeah.
He's got there's some hard edges around.
It's like
it.
the Dallas sort of SEC type of bro. They look 40 as quickly as possible.
It's so wild,
It could
man.
be a style thing and not necessarily a face thing.
And I'm not from Texas, so when you guys brought that up, I was like, oh, shit. Scotty Scheffler? Yeah, he looks like a 38-year-old man already. Yeah, but with this kid, he was 23. I mean, look, Mississippi's a hard life. It just
Certainly,
is.
yeah.
Now, if you're just going there for college and then leaving, you're fine. But, yeah, I mean, this is a decent-looking normal kid.
But again,
You think he looks older?
Doesn't look 23 to me. Show some of the other pictures.
Yeah, I think
of
he
him.
looks nice.
He's got like a block head.
Yeah.
I think. Well, R.I.P.
not anymore.
Jesus, Delco.
Now
Come
it's-
on.
Now it's mostly
Too
flat.
soon. Too soon for that, Delco. All right? Is the body even cold?
It's a
Come
sad
on,
story.
man. It is fucked up,
But
dude.
the lesson is do not walk off of a moving aircraft unless you've got a fucking parachute on.
Well, now that this story is out and we have all the facts here, because I didn't hear about the fucking skydiving shit either. Like, why not just grab a parachute then if you're going to jump off?
Well, I don't think he was.
Back of that thing.
That's why I kind of eliminated the "I'm afraid I'm going to die" situation because there's definitely extra packs on there that he could have fucking put on and jumped out of that bitch.
Right. So it's strange, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Strange
This
thing.
is sad. I mean, it's like the Bebo Russell thing was actually amazing,
That was hilarious and awesome.
and this
man.
is like
Just a
fucking
mental
bull-
break,
this
dude.
is bullshit.
Yeah. Because the other kid lived, by the way.
Yeah, he landed the fucking plane.
Yeah, and he's fine.
Yeah.
But then
Well,
his
he may
buddy-
not be mentally fine.
Not after
I don't,
that.
I don't know how you would react to watching your buddy just walk off a fucking plane.
I'm not sure. As long as you don't have to see him land,
I suppose.
I
yeah.
think you can kind of block it off.
You could just picture it as like cartoonish,
yeah, right.
and then like a cloud of smoke.
I don't know how quickly that, because a lot of times when they say when you jump off of something high like that, you black out. Hopefully that's what happened. This is getting dark here today.
I mean,
isn't
it's what else are you gonna do about it?
it? I don't know.
Who cares?
I don't know. This is getting.
If you're
dark
getting
here.
ready to die, just die, man. There's no fucking.
We've got some listeners in the studio, and this is as dark. Yeah, it's as dark as every other day. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome for this. Next up, we got Bubs Naturals at bubsnaturals.com. You're going to use the promo code Drinkin Bros for 20% off at checkout. There, MCT oil, powder, and collagen protein, best in the biz. Look, this has replaced my coffee creamer. It's amazing. Just put a couple scoops in there, and you're good to go. The GNC bullshit sucks. Like, that time is over now. Let's go to bubsnaturals.com. I also take 2 of their apple vinegar gummies every single morning. I was told that I should. I don't really know what that does for you, but I was told that I should, and everybody does it, so I do it.
Yeah, and you
They
should
have the best tasting ones I've had.
And you've got to take the MCT. I say this over and over, but if you're taking any kind of supplement at all, or just want to get the most out of your foods, especially if you're trying to do one of these low carbohydrate diets, and you're supplementing your vegetables and other stuff like that, you really have to take MCT. Otherwise, you're not getting any nutrients in your body at all. It just passes right through your gut.
Yep. And the collagen protein's great for your skin and your joints and muscles and all that stuff. Highly recommend it. Bubs Naturals is a tribute to former Navy SEAL Glenn Bub Doherty, who lost his life in Benghazi. His call sign in the Navy was Bub. his buddies created this company for him. 10% of all the proceeds go to the Glenn Doherty Foundation. And then on Veterans Day, 100% of the proceeds go to the foundation. So you're helping a great company. It is a veteran-owned company. And no lie, these guys make the best products in the biz. LoveBubsNaturals.com. Use promo code Drinkin' Bros for 20% off. Next up, Minneapolis hates white people. You don't say.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Well, I don't mind being hated there because I've seen who they put on a pedestal. Career criminals and crackheads.
Yeah.
Like George Floyd, for example.
I've never been to Minneapolis whatsoever, but every story that comes out of there sucks,
It used to
including
be
this
dope.
one.
I used to really enjoy Minneapolis
Really?
back in the day. It was a fun town, yeah.
Okay. What happened over the years?
35 to 55-year-old white women who think it's their job to be offended on behalf of people who don't even give a fuck that they exist.
Okay.
The end.
So a new contract between Minneapolis public schools and the local teachers union mandates that white teachers must be fired first when any kind of staff downsizing is initiated. Starting with the spring of 2023 budget tie-out cycle, if accessing a teacher who is a member of a population that is underrepresented among licensed teachers in the site, the district shall access the next least senior teacher who is not a member of an underrepresented population. That is a fucking mouthful.
Yeah, it sure is.
To say, hey, it's going to be white people.
It also says minority teachers may be exempted from district-wide layoffs outside seniority order entirely. And then they justify this by saying past discrimination by the district disproportionately impacted the hiring of underrepresented teachers in the district as compared to the relevant labor market and community and resulted in a lack of diversity of teachers. So if you're still confused about what's happening here, the district is going to do layoffs soon because public education is an abject failure everywhere in the country, and they're getting attacked by literally everybody from all sides of the aisle. And instead of the typical process of layoffs, which is to say, particularly when there's unions involved, it's typically first in, last out, right?
Yeah.
So they're just going to fire white people.
Yeah.
And that's it. And this is like super, by the way, totally unconstitutional.
I was going to say, and isn't it illegal? And couldn't you file
Oh, yeah,
a suit for racism?
A lawsuit has already been filed.
Oh, it has? Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be this will go to the Supreme Court pretty quick.
Yeah.
To be honest.
One would imagine.
Unless Minneapolis tries to back off of this. I don't know how you back off. I mean, essentially, this will go to a district court first, district federal court, and they'll be like, no, you can't do that. And then it'll go to
But how did you think you could? I mean, just sitting in that board meeting, that's what I like to think. Because you and I have been to some of these city council and school board meetings and shit like that. Sitting there, you're like, nah, who was the first one to bring this up?
Well, we'll come back to the Drinkin' Bros store ad first and just move into the next story because it'll give you a little bit of context.
Okay. The parents are terrorists?
Yeah, parents are terrorists now. A New Jersey teachers union condemned parents who confront school officials at school board meetings as extremists in a new advertisement this week. The NEA, this is the New Jersey NEA, so NJEA if you're trying to look it up, but NEA is the largest teachers union in the country. They apparently weren't paying attention when Glenn Youngkin butt-fucked everybody in Virginia because of this critical race theory bullshit. Here's what you don't do, as just a matter of course. Don't fuck with mom's kids.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Like if you see baby bears cruising around, go in the other direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same goddamn principle. Basically, rule number one when it comes to you interacting with children is that. So here's what the video says. Bob, you can pull up this link.
Are we allowed to play the video?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, why not?
It's just an advertisement.
All right.
I won't read it, so you can just
for sure.
listen with your own earballs.
For sure. This will be for everybody here.
No free ads, though.
No free ads, though, Bob. Skip the
Gotta
ad.
play and
Damn it. Damn it, Bob.
I can only imagine what kind of ads playing on this.
It's women's athleisure.
Is it really?
So they're
Well,
appealing,
they're advertising to white women.
they're appealing to non-moms, though.
All right, play it, Bobby. What do we got?
We don't agree on everything in New Jersey, but we all agree that our kids deserve a world-class education. So when extremists start attacking our schools, that's not who we are. People who only want to fight to score political points should take that somewhere else.
All right, so let's be real clear about what the parents were screaming about. They were screaming about the fact that they were teaching children sex education in 3rd grade that included multiple gender theory, masturbation, things like this.
Right.
They were teaching children critical race theory, which people will say doesn't exist, except for the dude that made it up wrote a book called Critical Race Theory. Oops.
Yeah.
This is what they were doing. They were inserting themselves between parents and children.
We've got a crazy storm here, by the way.
It's crazy. These leftist dummies, just like with the school board in Minneapolis, as is the case there, they're so emboldened by all the defense from the tech companies. You can't criticize them, like this monkeypox thing where Twitter especially has been banning people for saying that monkeypox is only transmitted sexually, which is what all the research shows, including another report that came out yesterday, by the way, because people are posting these things side by side. It's monkeypox is transmitted sexually, so why is this fucking 2-year-old have it? Why does this dog have it? Right? The Biden administration, who everybody thought was going to be fucking centrist, it certainly is not. Like, this is the Green New Deal just passed. They just called it something else. These people are fucking... They've been so emboldened by this stuff that now they're doing, like, openly unconstitutional stuff, like segregating people and trying to groom your kids and putting on all these fucking weird racist policies. And every time they get called out, they erase the policy and then try it again in, like, 3 to 6 months because they know nothing's going to happen to them. This is an all-out assault on your right to parent your fucking children how you want. And it's in tandem, right, with the assault on your financial, welfare, your self-determinism in general in this country. All this stuff is happening all at the same time. It's a coordinated effort to come after you.
And in that video, what I liked is they use, a kid from every single race and then a black teacher and everything. And it's like, oh, hey, we're doing the fun stuff. You guys are the ones that are horrific people.
The dumb thing about this is that they've tried this exact thing before, right? In Virginia, which is a fucking purple state, and they got their ass handed to them. So why do they think this is going to work? Like New Jersey has quite a few conservatives and even more mothers who don't want their children exposed to a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
Like, they're going to lose New Jersey if they don't quit fucking around. Which, maybe this is like, it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean?
I guess so. Are they enraged in New Jersey?
They're going to be. I mean, that's what the whole ad is about. It's about how fucking everybody's pissed off there, and they're talking about it out loud. What are you doing with glasses on?
Bob, there was a...
Why is he going full Neo?
He's gone Neo, dude. There he is. There he is. Welcome. Welcome to the other side, brother. But with that, is that what the white women, like, that was the bit in the thing? Like, hey, they're pointing at their faces of like, look at me. Look at me.
Oh, you like they're trying to self-flagellate?
Yes.
Or something? Yeah. I don't know.
Super strange, man. And is that running on television in New Jersey?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it is.
Wow.
So here's what happens. They'll look up, people will see this ad, and they'll do what people did in Virginia, which is, to Virginians' credit, people got on the interwebs and said, what is CRT? And they found the actual information. They're like, fuck that. We're not teaching children that bullshit. And we're lucky to have people who monitor this stuff, like libs of TikTok.
Yeah.
That woman's account on Twitter and Instagram tracks all of this shit. All this weird fucking let your kids come stuff dollar bills down the front of a grown man's fucking pants.
Yeah.
That has fake titties and shit. Yeah, let's do all that. That's one of the primary people who's been tracking all this stuff. So if you want to get yourself educated. But that's what's going to happen. They're going to see this ad, then go look this stuff up, and they'll be like, oh, God.
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Like, New Jersey's had Republican governors pretty recently.
Yeah, Christie was there. Chris Christie. I think he wants to run for president, too.
He needs to run in general.
Just run in general.
You can't run for president when you fall out of the chair.
I agree.
I don't know, but Bob Dole fell off the back of the stage. I mean, he didn't get elected, but I don't think it was because of that.
Yeah, but
Biden's fallen down several flights of
it
stairs.
was local Philly sports radio. You can't fall out of a chair.
Sure can't.
I like how in the fucking national election you put all your fucking weight on the local Philly sports.
Also,
Oh, you have to. I agree with that.
Rob, can you pull up the photo of him in the chair or the celebrity softball game?
Oof.
Oh, that was rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
I mean, it looked rough.
I couldn't even see his penis and balls. It
We
looked
actually
like
saw him at a football
vagina.
game. He was walking up and down
Oh,
with
shit.
Lee Corso. Remember
Yes, I do. I think we got a picture of
Yeah.
him up close
He's
walking.
that? He got lap band surgery and gained weight. Like, how's that even possible?
Well, let me see if I can find it. I might text it to you, Bob.
Here's the deal, though. Just
Yeah,
for,
show those pics real quick, and I'll try to find mine.
you don't tuck your shirt in if it looks like that.
Sure don't.
Like, you don't have to tuck your shirt in. Nobody's making you do it. Man, that's just not a great look. And he's got a fucking
Rob,
kedgy.
go back to the other photos.
I like this one.
The other one's better.
I disagree. That's
Oh boy,
Not-
that's.
I mean, he's out on his front foot trying to hit here. The form's
Where's
not
his
great.
dick and balls? When you have pants that tight, you should be able to see your dick and balls.
Well, you can
there.
see him in the picture that Bob likes. Go back to the one you like. There it is.
it's camel toe. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, who knows really what's in there? I mean, we'd have to, again, cut him in half and count the rings, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Man, I'm so close to this. I'm so close to getting it. You and I were on the field, and we got to see him in person. And I took a picture of it because I didn't believe that an actual human
Yeah, what was that, a Giants
looks
game, right?
like. Yeah, I'm looking at the photos now. It was Cowboys versus Jets.
Oh, yeah, we were there with
Post
Post
Malone.
Malone. That's
Yeah.
that night, yeah. I remember that.
Fucking Christy, dude. Son of a bitch. I think I found the video. I'm going to send this to you. But whoa, that was when Jason Witten shaved his head, too.
Oh, yeah, he had to after the stenciling accident.
Yeah.
Or incident, rather.
I'm going to text this to you, Bob. We'll see if we can pop this up on screen here. And maybe this is the video. Maybe it's the one. Oh, shit. I got the photo right here. Here we go. I'll text you, Bob. This was one of those ones that was shocking because he's smaller than I thought, too. Like, I was taller than him, and I didn't... With somebody who has that much weight, you're like, man, you can't be like 5'8".
Yeah, he's
No.
Whatever he is, because it's just going to make it worse.
he's a little fella.
That fucking photo, though. Look at that.
I mean, he'd be a good-looking guy if you stretched him out a bit. Stretch him out like a foot, maybe.
Woody?
I mean, if
Woody?
he was 8 feet tall, sure.
Yeah. That one's a rough one, man. That photo right there, that's probably what made him get the lap band, that photo right there.
I think this is post lap band. Actually, he did that like fucking 5 years ago or some shit, didn't he? Or 6 years ago?
Maybe. That is rough, man.
Why is he playing for the NYPD? By the way, isn't he a criminal?
And he's the governor of New Jersey.
Well, he was, but I don't know.
Right.
Was this when he was
But
governor?
why wasn't the governor of New York wearing that? You know what I'm saying? Unless the game was in New York. The All-Star game
maybe.
was in New York that year. That might have been the thing there.
I don't know why you would bring him there.
I don't know. I don't either. Did you get that photo, Bob?
Nothing has gone through.
Well, it could be the fucking storm.
Yeah.
I doubt it. It's probably just you and technology. Do you know how AirDrop works?
We can try it. It's overrated. No,
It's not.
no, it's off, Bob.
No, it's not.
It's off. And what they're telling me, Bob, is that there's a storm in the area, and these iPhones are no good in the storm. I said this earlier. We got a new iPhone coming out. Now they're going to shit the bed for the next 2 or 3 months. Get ready for it. In the meantime, you can go to the Drinkin' Bros store. Merch store's open. We got a ton of new merch. D'Anthony, show me your new shirt there.
Yeah, this is a good one.
She's a 10, but has pronouns in her bio.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If somebody's got pronouns in their bio, just again, that's
You're
not
done.
a serious person.
Nope.
You shouldn't talk to them.
No, you're all done with that.
Like if your parents put their pronouns in their bio, you should remove yourself from their lives.
I agree.
Immediately.
I
If
agree.
you have allowed your parents on social media, you have failed.
That's true.
as a
My
child.
parents don't have any social media whatsoever, and I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
you
glad
gotta-
for that.
You got to hide that. Also, I just want to go ahead and throw a big congratulations to the boys behind the booth for keeping the ship running. Got a little flooding in the front, no big deal.
In our fucking studio?
Yeah, you know, little
How
Wilmington,
bad is
Texas.
the fucking rain?
It's a little raining.
I'm gonna fucking go out there and roll around.
How
man.
bad's the
I
fucking
think.
flood?
Not bad. I got it.
The higher
this doesn't
pitched your
sound
voice
real
goes, the
confident.
less I trust you.
Yeah, dude.
What are you, fucking Stewie Griffin over here?
Is
sorry?
it that bad
His
outside?
voice
I took pictures for the
elevated.
Joel's
insurance.
saying yes.
Joel,
It's raining sideways, and it's coming through the door.
Sideways rain,
Yeah.
big fat rain.
Pretty much, but
Get some
I got
shrimp
it.
in here. Stuff it with shrimp.
I don't think I've ever heard you gump up like that before.
Wait, is he giving credit to himself?
Who?
Yeah, he just came in here to congratulate himself. Like, I want to congratulate the boys
Oh,
behind.
and he hit the applause button for himself and then ran away.
What a cunt.
Look at that, dude. That is something else.
Yeah, whenever I think in my head, it's not my own voice, it's Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Which makes it difficult sometimes, but
Why the fuck is it coming through the front door?
it's still like
I can
going
hear
pretty
it. No,
hard,
it's
yeah.
crazy right now.
People in the chat are talking about it. So
Are they
it's
here in
obvious-
Texas?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
no, they can hear it through the fucking mics.
Oh, they can hear. Yeah, it's loud as
Usually,
shit,
like
dude.
ambient noise like that is hard to pick up. But it's
Yeah,
loud as shit in here.
that's surprising, man.
Oh.
And then it just stopped on a dime. It's
Yep.
done.
Well, that's how clouds work. They
Somebody
move.
just say Texas. I feel like you guys just use Texas as an excuse for everything. Yeah.
It's
Rain
dumb.
just stopped Texas. You know. Oh, that rape just happened. Well, that's Texas. You know. Sorry
what they
about
say
it.
about the weather in Austin.
Give it an hour. You're gonna fucking do something with it. Whatever the. Fuck.
You're gonna kick your legs up over your head and jack off into your own face. I mean, that's in Austin. I don't know about where you guys are from.
Yeah, I like how Giorgio came in, congratulated himself, hit the applause button, ran back out, and then it stopped raining. Giorgio, so maybe you did do it.
It's almost like he's responsible for it.
Might
though.
be.
So if you say he did it by turning it off, then you have to assume that he was involved in the original rain, right? So now he owes us money.
I think he
somehow.
was involved
I
in
don't know how it
9/11. I think he was involved in
is.
9/11.
He definitely owes us money somehow. I don't know.
I agree.
We'll figure it out.
I agree. But in the Drinkin' Bros store, ton of new shirts, hats. I've got the Flex Fit hat on right
Yeah.
now.
Bro box.
Classic Drinkin' Bros.
You got to sign up for the Bro Box. Next month is the upcoming month is going to be a fucking Freedom Box.
Okay.
Super nice. Real
Dude,
nice.
this was Jesse's month, and
Yeah,
I
Crime
just got
Corner
it
box.
yesterday. It was fucking awesome, dude. There was a Crime Corner blanket in there and a wine glass in there. That was a real fun box. And now the Thunder and Lightning are back. Let's go.
Yeah, now we can
dude.
get electrocuted,
I hope
which is
so.
the part that, again, slow suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it. As long as it's live on air, I want the YouTube numbers to go up, obviously.
Yeah.
Drinkin' Bros.
Power might go out.
Die on YouTube. Well, we're down to the last story here on the show. We got some people, though, in the audience we're going to bring up. Last but not least here, work hard, play hard. Here at Drinkin' Bros, we like to party. It's right there in the name. All of the EU leaders, though, also like to party with you. And probably, well, you'd have the most fun with the Prime Minister of Finland, Sanna Marin. She was at a fun little flirty party, and it appears, she's saying it's not. It appears she was on ecstasy. She was dancing,
Well, they
having
said
a real good time.
you can hear somebody in the background yelling about cocaine, but it's in Finnish, so we're never going to be able to hear it. But you can play the video.
Play the video, Bob. I support this.
I'm not sure that's
If the country's running properly, let her fucking party.
The one I saw was much darker. Yeah. And I don't mean the people.
No, she was like in a club.
Yeah.
Apparently this is it, though.
Maybe she posted this video to show that she always dances like
Yeah,
that.
maybe. Let's see. Pop that one up first, and then we'll give it a gozies.
Did you look in the article?
Everybody's
that I
blurred
sent?
out.
I did. Hold on just a sec.
Play this one first. Let's see this one. Is it the hot girl in the back?
No, in the front.
It's the
On
black.
the front. Yeah, let's go.
She's the Prime Minister of Finland.
I'm not surprised.
Don't play the music, probably.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, yeah,
here's
here it
here's the
is.
other part of it.
Yeah.
Are they asking for cocaine?
Somebody, according to the Finnish press, who are the only people that could fucking understand this gibberish,
Sure.
they said somebody's yelling about cocaine in the background. Yeah.
Even better. I think if your country is running great, go ahead and party. Do some ecstasy, do some coke, and figure it out.
The opposition party is asking for her to take a drug test now, which is fucking stupid, right?
Why?
Like,
I haven't heard any problems out of Finland. Have you?
No.
that-
She's 36 and she's the top elected official in her country.
And she's hot.
We should all be giving her all the booze and cocaine she wants.
Exactly.
Right? Like it's a very stressful fucking job.
Sure
and
is.
She's super young.
And if you're doing a good job, yeah, you deserve to fucking unwind. And that's what she said, by the way.
Yeah.
Because when they asked her about it, she was like, look, I work my ass off. I want to have a good time. I dance and sing with my friends all the time. What's the big fucking deal? She also claims that she was not on ecstasy or cocaine. So who cares? Is that a full-length picture of her, Bob?
Yeah.
Pop that up.
She's a smoke.
Let's go. Finland. Finland's got it all figured out.
What's up with that fucking?
What
thing in the neck?
what do they believe in over there? Are they right, left, or what's their whole sitch?
What? What do you mean?
In Finland.
Like Jesus? Like what's
No,
their
is it
religion?
Republican, Democrat? Like, what's their parties like? They're
I
all
don't
different in
even
those
know.
countries.
I mean, it's pretty like there's a big social safety net. I guess that country's on cruise control. Like that.
great.
Yeah.
It's a social democracy, so social democratic socialist, basically center left.
Okay.
That's where they fucking sit.
So, serious question. Let's say you made a fuck ton of money in the United States. I don't know. Let's say you sold a Stelter company or something like that, right? And then you go over to Finland. Are they going to tax you on that money, or could you just retire and have a good time there?
If you're gonna do something like that, you should go to Luxembourg.
Okay. And what's Luxembourg like?
It's
I've never been there.
The richest per capita country in the world.
Yeah,
Really?
It's kind of like Finland without the taxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's notoriously difficult to immigrate to as well. Like
Yeah.
you'd have to spend some money to do that, but it wouldn't be taxes.
All right.
Finland, by the way, higher billionaires per capita than the United States.
Damn, dude.
And
And that's your prime minister?
one of the best snipers of all time as well. I think actually maybe the best sniper of all time.
Dude, what the
Body
NATO?
count
Ghost or
wise,
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
NATO's sniper corps about to get a whole lot better. Those Finnish don't fuck. That's all they can do. There's only like 9 of them, so they got to just snipe from a distance.
They
You
beat
gotta-
the shit out of Russia.
Yeah, you got to do something for food and to kill Russians, right?
Man, I'm in, though. You'd be waiting for those speeches.
Somebody actually, I think it was, was it The Atlantic? Somebody put out a list of the best countries to emigrate to, or whatever the fuck, or maybe not the best, but maybe the most common places to go to. And one of them was like Dubai. Why in the fuck would you want to go there? Like I
don't know.
That's like moving to fucking Arab Vegas. Why in the fuck would you want to do that?
Not sure.
That sucks.
That one's always a surprise to me, but everybody who comes back from there loves
I know
it.
it's dope.
I haven't been there.
But then I think that was 9 on the list, and 10 was Sao Paulo, where if you're white, you're getting murdered.
Yeah,
There's like that's not a great place to
Also,
fucking
if you
be.
move to Dubai, you're gonna be the poorest person there.
Yeah, no
exactly.
shit, yeah.
And that would suck, wouldn't it?
Well, could be worse.
You're begging for gold.
Yeah.
Help me, white American. I need gold. I need oil. Somebody just comes and dumps oil all over your face.
One of our listeners, his name is Brian. He's on the lookout for one of those Mexico City get the fuck out things.
Oh, is he?
He's found a couple, but they're like so plastered on the wall he can't get them off. He's gonna try to find one on a bulletin board or something somewhere so he can take it and bring it back.
Oh,
to
that'd be
us.
great. We'll
Yeah.
frame it, put it here. That'd be fantastic.
And to be honest, you fucking cracker Americans should get the fuck out of Mexico City.
yeah.
What are you doing, man? Like that's your fucking game plan as a human being. Like, oh shit's tough here. I'm gonna go take from somebody else.
It's not.
That's exactly what people bitch about here.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's also what those people probably bitch about when they bitch about like colonialism. It's like I'm going to go to a better life in another country and take the shit from the people who live there.
Yeah, I wonder who it is politically that's moving down. Do you think it's Republicans?
To Mexico, I bet it's like
Maybe.
some weird like anarcho-libertarian
Maybe,
type
yeah.
of
I know a lot of people like that, especially who have moved to the Caribbean or Central America over the last 10 years or so.
The other part about it too is it's got to be some Californians who were tired of paying state taxes there, where they were just like, all right, fuck it. This is the quickest. This is the easiest.
Yeah, and
I'll
if you're
just
like
go to
in your
Mexico City.
if you're in your 50s and you live in Southern California, especially, you probably still remember a time when it was normal to just drive down to TJ for the day.
Oh, yeah.
Eat lunch and then
Yep.
drive back and shit like that when it was still relatively safe. So Mexico City, actually TJ used to be relatively safe, and Mexico City was the apex of fucking human trafficking
Mm-hmm.
on the entire earth, even including Eastern Europe. Now it's like Mexico City's not that bad anymore. I mean, comparatively, TJ, you were going to get fucking murked up there, like big time. You don't want to be walking around there.
I like to see an IKEA right in the middle of Mexico City now. Just you gotta cater to your audience.
There's probably an IKEA in Mexico City. Let's look that up.
One would imagine there is. But yeah, leave the Finnish lady alone. I think she's fine. If the country's not burning down, let her do so. I don't care if she did coke and ecstasy.
IKEA Oceana.
Yep.
No shit.
Yep, it's
right there.
right there.
Wow. Look at that, dude. We've done it. Now we're going to change their whole country. They're going to build a wall for us.
They're going to build a wall out of IKEA shit, and it just sucks.
They have one IKEA in the entire country.
Hey, do you want to do, Bob, do you want to do a sketch?
Of what?
On that, we're building a wall, but it's IKEA stuff when none of the parts work.
Well, you know why there's only one IKEA, right? Right there. That's for the white people. Every other Mexican can actually build shit.
Is there a Whole Foods there?
Yeah, there's a Whole Foods probably. There's an IKEA there. probably 2 or 3 Trader Joe's, and I bet you the parking still sucks. So I think
Whole Foods looks like it's about 40 minutes away from the IKEA.
Is it really? Oh, there's a Whole Foods in Mexico? Yeah. My God, man. Yeah. Fuck. Every fucking single white woman over the age of 45 from California is going to move there.
That's all they need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
This might be a ripoff, actually. Never mind. There's not a Whole Foods.
Oh, you son.
I know.
You fucker,
Google
dude.
fucked me.
Yeah, it did. It did. Now's the point in the show. We get to the Drinkin' Bro of the Week. Again, if you're in the Austin area and want to come watch the show, we'll have you on at the end of the show to be Drinkin' Bro of the Week. It's open. I don't think our geolocation is up yet for Drinkin' Bros, so you can just type in the fucking church if you want to. Who do we got? There we go. Come on up. You guys were on the other day, and you guys just came back to rage. I like that. You guys probably split a case of hard AF. By the end of the night, you guys were super fucked up. Yeah. The guy from Spectrum, did your boss say anything to you? Not yet. Okay. I'm waiting for that. All right. Come on in. Welcome. Are you a Boston Red Sox fan? Put the mic about an inch from your face. There you go.
Sort of. I was in Boston actually in March.
Oh, no
and
shit.
went to Fenway, sat on top of the Green Monster. So it's hard not to appreciate everything that baseball is when you're there.
Did you catch a home run?
No, this was in March. So it was like the field was still covered in snow, but it was fucking badass.
So with me, the same thing happened, man. The only time I've been there was in January for a television shoot, and I didn't get to see a game. The stadium was beautiful, and that's still on my bucket list. Like, I want to go back and just see a baseball game there.
Well, we got into the press boxes and everything.
I did too.
We
went in the dugout and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and it's super old school. Everything you hope it is. I just want to sit in the seats for one game.
For sure,
Have
yeah.
a hot dog and a beer with my dad.
Hell
That's
yeah,
it.
man. Yeah,
I think
for
that would
sure.
be rad. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from Houston. I live in Dallas.
Okay.
And we came down for a concert tonight, and I said, you know what? We're in Austin. I'm going to go see Drinkin' Bros.
Hell yeah, that's
Have
the way
to.
it should be.
Absolutely have to.
You guys have been boozing, drinking seltzers all day. What do you think?
Well, we started last night
Yep.
because we went to a show last night. So I came here thinking I felt pretty good. Had a hard AF, realized I had a hangover, and now I'm fucking even better. So had a couple of these. Peach is the best.
I know.
That peach
Big
is the
fan.
shit, man.
Everybody says that peach is their number one.
Man, that peach is good. The strawberry is
agree.
good too.
I
Blue
agree.
raz is good too. Man, they're all good, but that
They're all
peach
great.
stands out.
And the 2 new flavors we got coming out next month are pina colada and watermelon.
Oh man, I'm going to be on that watermelon like white on rice.
Hey,
dude.
the pina colada that is the best tasting seltzer I've ever had in my entire life.
Really?
Yes.
I'm
I don't.
I'm
know
going to give it
why.
a shot.
I don't know why.
You guys got to get into some fucking stores in Texas though.
We're working on it. You know, the honest truth about it though is enough cans. So like all the grocery stores want to pick up the product and everything else, and that's great. We don't have any investors, and it's fucking brutal. Like we're in endless meetings for investors and shit like that, and our sales are through the roof. We can't run out is the problem.
Right.
And so to fulfill, because Texas is a big state, it's 30 million people. So to fulfill
And we're
all those
thirsty.
grocery stores, I know. And I mean, shit, even at my grocery store, half the seltzers are wiped out, half the beers are wiped out every single day.
Yeah.
People are boozing, man. And during a recession, it goes higher.
Absolutely. It's the only thing there is left to do.
Yep.
What am I going to spend my money on?
Dude,
You know?
I had a meeting with an investor last week, and he said the same thing. He was like, by the way, don't worry about the recession. And I was like, all right, why not? And he goes, people fucking drink even more. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, I definitely did know 8.
I mean, yeah, for sure. I think that's probably where it all started, right? You know?
Well, that's the first time you know.
You had a healthy drinking relationship, and then 2008 came around, you're like, all right, well,
I
and then
get
the
it.
pandemic. Holy
Yeah.
shit, you lock us in our house for 2 years?
Yeah.
The fuck are we supposed to do? So we all started drinking.
If your parents or friends or loved ones become alcoholics after, like, during a recession, you understand after that, where you're like, oh shit.
Once you live through it, you're just kind of like, all right, I get it.
Well, yeah, because when you become an adult, you're like, oh man, how stressful was it growing up? My parents, and then you go through it, and you're like, oh fuck, this is awful.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna die every day. That's why I'm drinking.
So we crack open a good one when you wake up in the morning, and you roll through the day, man. You take what it gives you, and you get through it, and you get to do it again the next day.
I go till Thursdays. So like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, usually off a little bit, and then Thursday it's like, yeah, great.
Well,
it's been a hard week.
I'll say it for the mic, me too.
Yeah, there you
Right?
go. Proud of you. Proud of you. What's your full name?
Chris Avers.
Who would you like to give the Drinking Bro of the Week to?
I'd like to give it to 2 people, actually. My wife, who was here earlier, but she kind of took off. We got some plans this evening. She had to get stuff ready.
Sure.
She's easily the greatest person I've ever known in my life, and I'm very lucky to have her. I'm a raging piece of shit, and she is just a wonderful human being. And the second one is to my buddy Kyle. I'll leave his last name off because I know how he is about that. But
Sure.
man, ever since I got out on my own, that dude's had my back. Money, needing to talk, just needing to get out. Dude, he's always fucking there. So that's been a huge motivation for me, and pretty much why I am where I am today, which is not so poor, but still there, you know, making do. So
Yeah, we're all trying to just work our way up, you know,
Right.
where it's just like, all right, if we
Yep.
cannot be that poor.
hey man, every step forward is movement. So that's what we're working on.
Exactly. Now, what if it all falls apart? Then it's a problem.
No, if it all falls apart, we're all fucked anyways.
Exactly. That's what I always say. We're all fucked anyway, so who cares?
Yeah.
How long you been listening to the show?
So another friend of mine introduced it to me right after episode 100. But I didn't spoil myself. I started with episode 1.
Okay.
And I went there. So not a day 1 homie, but after I found out about episode 100, I started with day 1 and worked my way up. So,
Gotcha. Did you make it through the whole catalog?
I did, man. There's been some episodes I've missed, especially once you guys started going 5 days a week.
Yeah,
during the
daily, yeah.
pandemic. I've missed some, but my new job keeps me from being able to listen to as much as I want, but I try to catch them where I can, and now I'll just be coming to Austin when I feel like I'm going to miss a couple.
I'm going to pull it up here. I want to see how many we've done. Because I don't keep
Oh,
track.
man, you guys are over. Well, and
I don't keep track. So every day, no lie, we try to put on the best show we possibly can.
You're right.
Now, whether or not that happens or not, it's a different story. But the effort is there, and we definitely fucking try. But I don't keep track. So this is, oh my God, this is
Well,
fucking A.
and then you guys got fake news.
1086 was yesterday.
Yeah. Well,
And
that
then
doesn't include fake news, does it?
Holy shit. So this is episode 1299.
Hey, man.
Oh, God damn. That's a lot.
What do you think you're going to get to?
You know what's funny, man? I don't have any plans of stopping. Even if the seltzer sells and all that other shit is great in the end. I love doing the show every day because there's always something new going on. And I also feel that if we don't talk about shit like this, like the New Jersey story,
Right.
I don't typically read fake news before we start. I want it to be fresh, so that way I'm hearing these stories for the first time too, and then I can decipher whether or not they are real or fake, because some of these I genuinely believe are fake, and then you pull up the New Jersey video.
Right.
Where you look at something like that and you're like, holy fuck, this is actually going on. And I don't follow the libs of TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't follow the libs of TikTok.
That's a Twitter account.
Oh, it's a Twitter account.
Yeah,
Okay.
she pulls. I think it started off with her pulling like rando ass teachers on TikTok, being like, "Today I taught 5 boys that penises aren't real," or I don't know.
Oh, okay,
Whatever
gotcha.
they're
So, well,
whatever
you-
they're fucking video blogging.
Well, even with Twitter, I use Twitter for news, and that's kind of it because it's the fastest and best that'll get to you immediately. Now, whether or not you're going to get what you hope out of the stories is a different story, but at least you have the option to wake up every day and say, all right, I don't like this. I think there's some other people out there that are pissed off or angry and feel the same way that I do. So I don't see stopping anytime soon. Whether or not we get canceled is another story.
Oh, who's going to cancel you?
I don't.
I mean, you can get canceled, but what does that mean to the people that listen to you or the people that support you? There's always an outrage.
It's not that. I think eventually advertisers will go to either brand safe, like, hey,
Yeah.
dude, we want G or we want PG rated content or whatever it is. That's why you create your own products like this. So like supporting the merch store or the seltzer company like genuinely helps us out. Whereas with the advertisers, I don't know how long that's going to last before everybody's so pissed off about one thing or the other. Case in point, we did this episode with, what was her name, the swimmer out of UK.
Was that Riley Gaines?
Riley Gaines.
Riley Gaines,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, she's been in the news a lot.
A lot.
lately.
And she actually got the NCAA to change their policy on dudes swimming against women.
And then they go and name Leah Thomas, tried to get her
Oh yeah, the
NCAA
woman of the year. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But with that, when she was on the show, one of our sponsors canceled,
Well,
and they weren't happy with it.
yeah. I'm not on social media. I don't do Facebook, no Twitter, nothing like that. And so I get a lot of my information from this podcast. But what I do with that information is when I hear something, then I'll do further research, And I think that's everybody's due diligence. You have to do your own research. You have to figure out what this is called fake news for a reason.
Right.
It sounds fucking outrageous, and some of it is. So you really you got to do your own thing. You got to do your own research and take your news from sources you trust, but also trust but verify.
Yeah.
And
I tell people, I was like, with a podcast, we're opinions. That's it. We're just opinions only. We are not the cold, hard facts and truth. Sometimes we are, and we try to get it right. But sometimes, you get emotional about certain issues or policies or whatever it is. But these are opinions. Right. We're not on CNN. We're not on Fox News. We're not on. So, yeah, it's fine to have opinions here. But you just can't have it on the news, which they do, and then you have it in, the media and Washington Post and all that shit.
I think to your point about the advertisers stuff, I think that this media will be a long-term endeavor because of that. When you work for CNN, you're given a script. You're going to say whatever the hell they tell you to say.
Sure.
And something like this, people get to pick and choose whether or not they want to listen. So if people are listening, you'll get advertisers, and it may not be the big advertisers or, but I don't know. Drinking Bros started with no advertisements.
Right.
It started with Pegging Explained and
But
Handies
the only
and Sandies.
problem is when you get this big,
right.
you got to keep the
It is a
lights
thing.
on, you got to pay employees and all that other stuff, and that's the only thing I worry about. Because in all honesty, Dan and I have never had a conversation about ending the show in real life ever. So it's never even been a topic that's been discussed.
Well, please don't.
But I really don't have a reason to. Because even if, you get rich and retire, like we have a bunch of athletes on the show and on the sports show, most of those guys who got super rich and was like, all right, great, you made $140 million playing professional ball, but then you retired at 35. What do you do for the next 50 years of your life? Like, if you enjoy doing this, and I'm assuming that's why Howard Stern still does it, and he's in his 70s. Exactly. Still in his fucking basement and doing this show because he loves it or doesn't have anything else to do.
Well, him doing it provides us the ability to do it as well.
Right.
So, even though I don't agree with a lot of what Howard Stern has to say.
Me neither.
The fact that he's doing it paves the way for this to happen.
And
so
same with Rogan.
Keep it going, man.
Same with Rogan, yeah. So we'll keep it going as long as we can. But one day
it'll happen.
The plug and
yeah, it'll happen. But
I don't know when that day is. Maybe not.
You'll have 15,000 episodes to go back to.
It's
and
true.
I don't think you'll be hurting. So I think you'll be all right.
Because we were in a discussion with another company about uploading the back catalog video wise to them, and we said fine, and they can put like commercials on TV or whatever they're going to do with it. Collectively, like for the whole network, it's over 4,000 shows, which is gnarly. So.
It's awesome. It really is. You guys have done something special here, and you guys talk a lot about how awesome this studio is, this new studio, and it is fucking awesome. What we guys didn't talk about was the pool in the front lobby.
Is it that bad?
I don't know. I haven't been over there. I'm just trying to give Georgia a shit.
All right. There was a
little
flood.
Self-flatulation. A little pat on the back there for you, Georgia.
Is there a flood? Is there a fucking flood? Okay. All right. I'll check it out now. Thanks for ruining the show.
Hey, man.
God damn. Now we need sponsors just to pay for the new floor out there. We appreciate you stopping by.
Hey, thanks for having me.
These clowns were on the other day, so you're good. All right. The audience has had enough. Spectrum could have saved our studio. Chose not to. We appreciate you tuning in. Go to iTunes, rate the show 5-star, and leave a quick review. It's all the advertisers care about. Same with Spotify. Just leave a 5-star. No review there, and then just walk away. They really care, and we're getting killed in reviews. Like, there's other shows that are ranked higher just simply because of their reviews, which is what iTunes does, I guess.
Fuck them.
That's what I say, dude. But do it because they care. And we appreciate you stopping by. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is Drinkin' Bros Fake News Good.